Will we go back to normal in 2023? Well, to say that we've all been through the ringer would be an understatement, right? Who would have thought back in 2019, which was the pandemic started in 2020 at the beginning of the year, so it's almost been 3 years. And who would have thought that we were about to walk into a worldwide pandemic that would change everything? I mean, there's some things that have gone back to normal, sure, but there's so many more that will never go back to how they were in the before pandemic time. I've heard it called the Great Pause, which I think is a great way to put it. Now, whether you're in corporate world, management, sales, service, self-employed or unemployed, there's no way your life has not been affected in significant way by the pandemic. In fact, I'm willing to bet that some of you have had your professional lives turned right upside down, and you're still waiting for your feet to land firmly back on the ground. Well, unfortunately, that ground is not there anymore. Not the way that it was. I know we're all tired of hearing about the new normal, but that's what I mean when I say that this old solid ground you're waiting for isn't coming back. Once everything goes back to normal, and how long have we been saying that now? There has been fundamental changes to the way we do business on all levels. And maybe we do a quick image review of some of the way our careers may have been disrupted, right? Like in a lot of industries, they completely closed and then reopened and closed again and reopened and closed again and reopened. But then at what cost? We started bathing in hand sanitizer. Some of us had more alcohol on the outside of our body than on the inside. We became full-time cleaners, plexiglass mania, directional stickers that somehow most people completely ignored, to the horror of Miss Bolton, who started a fight at the grocery store in aisle 3. Short staff. Oh no, did I say short staff? I mean shortage of staff. There's nothing wrong with short people. They're just concentrated awesome. Shortage of staff everywhere, right? Looking for help. Of course, we remember the big toilet paper rush of 2020. And we had to do all of this without breathing. Breathing's overrated, right? And then when we were closed, we had to learn how to face the online world, right? Your living room became a public place and you had to reorganize your whole space. You saw some weird stuff because I guess some people didn't know you could see them on Zoom. You saw some very bad camera angles. You heard some stuff you shouldn't have. You had to become a professional DJ to try to figure out the lag with the Zoom and how to mute yourself and unmute yourself, right? Like everything that we've been through, I bet that at some point, your confidence may have wavered. And although the new normal is not going anywhere, is not going to come back, that solid ground, what can come back is inside you, this confidence, right? That the way that you are able to face everything, right? So let's think about inside instead of the outside external things that we cannot control, okay? So these funny examples were just a way that we illustrate 2020 to 2022. And the list also includes supply chain issues, staff jumping ship and never returning, inflation making overheads impossible, barely being able to pay the employees we do have, lockdowns, killing the bottom line. Pivoting is not a fun new word that we all hate by now, right? We've all been pivoting so hard that we don't know which way is forward anymore. So not to mention moving parts of the entire operations online, working from home in less than ideal condition, dealing with all the personal problems that occur as a result. The list goes on, and many businesses did not make it. Even some decades-old establishments crumbled under the pressure of the new normal. But you are here. You're still here because you adapted. And all these small changes, what happened is that you got stress. And this stress was tackling away at your confidence. And little by little, every challenge that you had to go through in your daily life, because it's exhausting, that really tapped into your own confidence. And of course, there's the hardworking achievers, because that's who we are, right? We strive to show up every day with a smile on our face and pretend that everything is okay. Oh yeah, pandemic has been really good for me. I've learned so much. Well, actually, maybe we're freaking out inside and our confidence has wavered. And I bet that there were many, many times when you laid awake at night worrying about if you would make it through and how you would deal with a decreased income or less employee, or what regulations would be announced the next day. There's a new hurdle for you to jump over every day. So for the most part, though, we have more likely faced the worst part of it. And all the way we've been able to adapt, we should look back to everything we've accomplished and say, wow, I have been absolutely amazing. So instead of worrying, instead of understanding that this whole thing affected our confidence, and yes, we can understand that, but instead of being worried about it, we should look back to say, wow, I rock. I'm pretty awesome. I'm still here. I'm still in business, or I still have a job, or I still am alive. I have my health still, and there is still time. So that new normal is not coming back. But you can come back just by looking at everything that you've been through. And now you know that, yes, there's still some changes, because change will never stop. But you are pretty awesome and you got through it. So give yourself a big pat on the back and tell yourself, I am awesome.